Hello, my name is Baljeet. Welcome to my channel. This is the My Road to a C8 Corvette series, episode 3. Um, Today we're gonna be working on this 2000 Camry behind me, where on the second episode where I showed you guys that it was hit in the front section right there, and then we're gonna try to cut this section out and then replace it with the new radiator support that I have, and then we'll do that. Also, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's where we are at. So I did end up selling the El Camino. It just I thought about it a lot, and it's just a little bit of a project for me, and then I decided that's not something that I want to take on at this moment. It's just too much of a project. That's what I'm trying to say. I want something that I can fix within a week or two, and then flip it, rather than spend months and months on something. Didn't seem like a good idea, so I ended up getting rid of it. And then, as I said, like before, the used car market is really hot right now. So it is sold within like a few days. And so all in all, I was in that car about, I would say, like $700 or something like that, and I ended up getting $1,200. The guy actually offered me $1,500, and I accidentally lost the title. I have had it, I've seen it multiple times sitting on my desk. We just moved from our old house to this house last year, and I think in the move it got misplaced, or I'm not sure. So just because I didn't have the title, or I couldn't provide a title to the guy, I gave him a little bit of a discount on that. As far as where we're at, with selling all the lawnmowers, and then selling my Mustang and the El Camino, and right now we're sitting right under $4,000 as far as where we are at, and my goal is to get somewhere around $30 to $40,000 down payment, or or maybe I can find a used car. Maybe the prices will come down. I'm not sure. That's what I'm actually waiting for. Hopefully, the prices will come down on the C8 Corvette. It is almost end of 2021, so the 2020s are over a year old now. So those are my hopes, that it'll come down, and maybe I can just buy one cash. If not, maybe I have to finance a little bit of the money, and then I can keep flipping these cars and then pay off that as well. So if you can do me a favor, please like and subscribe this video, and let's work on this Camry. Alright, so let's get started with this. So, as I have showed you guys, my plan is to cut right here, and also cut like right there where this what do you call it, crash bar, and then the main the car's main support or the structure comes out, or right here. So this is all good, this is all good. So it's old. Like I mentioned, this is an older car, even though it's a good car, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on making it like 100% perfect. It's not a classic car where it needs like full restoration. Just needs to function properly, able to close the hood, open the hood, mount the lights, and everything needs to just function properly so somebody can enjoy this car. So with that said, so my plan, so already, as you can see, I already started cutting right here, but the issue I'm having is my sawzall. When I cut it, I don't want to damage this box, so I've started to take these screws out right here, to take these boxes out. I unscrew the battery. I need to take the battery out, and this side is much easier. I already cut this right here, but once I cut that area, I'll carefully start cutting it here, and then this should just come off. I have disconnected everything from this support, so once I cut it here, here, and then here, and also right here, and then maybe I have to cut it like right there, this should just in theory this should just come right off. And then we'll have to go cut the one that I got for the replacement. We have to measure that and cut that, and then start welding it on there. And then maybe I'll get some this gold paint from AutoZone or whatever, and then paint that before I weld it on there, or maybe weld it on there and just get it from Home Depot and just brush it on there, just so it looks a little bit color matched and doesn't, you know, look all like different from the car. So let's get going. I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod, and I'm gonna start getting this part, like all this stuff, trying to get this out of the way, so you know it's not in the way while I'm cutting and all that, so I'm not worried about that. So what I'm just using is this Sawzall from Harbor Freight. This is my tool. I'm going to change the blade. I'm going to put a new blade on here. I got into this box, but that's okay. We're out of the danger zone. Cut into a little bit of the hood wire, but that's fine. Let's see. Put here. Let's put it here. Cut these lines. Put it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this away from the car, so it gives me a little bit more room with my Sawzall, because I'm like really scared or worried to like cut through the radiator or the AC line or anything like that, and I really want to protect that. I don't want to be, you know, I want to keep this car intact. So let's see if I can pull this away. This. now I can just chop this right here and chop this right here, and then there we go. We're good. And this will be easy too. Let's do this one. About these wires, so that's why I stopped. So I'm gonna cut it like right there. Easy lines back here. I'm gonna try to just get this out this way. Just like a shroud. We're gonna be working on cars. These are body panel tools to take off any body panels, like clips and stuff like that on the door panels. These are really helpful. I mean, I'm not sure where I got this from. Looks like Amazon. I had them in a box because before this I didn't have a toolbox or like a space in my garage to put stuff, so I kept it in like packaging most of my stuff. So since I have a toolbox, I'm gonna get rid of this packaging, put this in my toolbox. I will use this to snap off this. It's a little, some kind of a guard. I'm just gonna rock it back and forth until it gets while I'm at it. Because it's kind of pinched right here. Like right here it's pinched, so that's why this cable is stuck. So once I get this piece off, I have a what do you call it, cutting blade, a carbide blade. I'll use that to cut it off. So let's just keep going. I feel like I'm gonna cut this right here. This is going like down. Where does it cross? Try to be careful of what's in the back, so I don't like cut it. It's like my worry. getting hung. The saws up in hell. And indeed it did. Alright. Let's take a look. What's going on right here? Voila! Alright, now we have this. Now we can take a look and see. So all we need is this piece. So that way the hood can latch properly and then the lights can run properly. Other than that, you know, structurally, this car is solid. Alright, that was, made some good progress there. So this was my concern when I cut this right here. My concern was that I didn't want to cut this box. This has all the electrical, all the fuses and relays. Not all the, some of the fuses and relays. I'm not too familiar with this car, so I didn't want to like cut through this and like, you know, mess up that. Like I said, this is a running and driving car. I drove it into this garage, and when I got there, I was able to drive it onto the trailer. So I want to keep it that way. So, with that said, now the next part is we're gonna go look at the part outside. Alright guys, you guys saw me cut this on the inside of the car, and this is a piece that I got off of Craigslist for $60 off of a guy, and this is like the whole front radiator support. He even gave me, like, he cut it off where the crash bar mounts onto the car. He basically cut it back there because I think he was just parting out the car for whatever reason. But if you want, you can take your time, and there are these plug welds that you can use a plug weld drill and drill them out, and this whole piece would come out. I just like I think that's just like too much, taking too much of my time. This is not a Toyota Camry restoration. This is just to get the car, the hood to close and the lights to mount and everything. You know, sound, get everything working and get that car to the next owner. And then it's, you know, it's a Toyota Camry. It's not a Mercedes or a Beamer or like a classic car or anything. It's not going to win any prizes. So this is the way that I thought is the best for me, how this is going to work. So from here to here is 4.5 inches. What I like to do, the way I weld, is I do lap welds, where I lap over and I weld, so that I have a lot of material to bond to. I haven't tried butt welding so much. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe once my skills, I grow with my welding skills, then I can get to that point. So let me show you guys what I was talking about on the other side. Like I don't know if I mentioned, the other side doesn't matter. I didn't measure it, and the reason is because, let me show. So right here, if you can see, there is already like a factory weld or whatever right here. So my plan is to cut it like along this line. So here is the piece where we cut off. So here's this, my reference point is this little nut right there, and that nut is this nut right here. So we cut it like right there. So I'm gonna cut this right here. I'm gonna weld it right on top of where this is. I'm probably gonna hammer the one on the car. I'm gonna hammer it down a little bit and weld it right on top of that, and then we're gonna cut along right here, just the front piece, and then like, you know, like just where the lights and the front piece, and weld it onto the car. So let me get my Sawzall. This should be a lot easier than cutting it on the car, because this is all out here exposed. So, you know, should be a lot easier for me to work on this. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna cut right here. I don't know if you can see this. There is like two pieces right here for extra strength and support rigidity for the car. But I'm gonna have to cut some of this out so I can put this part to sit flush on top of the other panel, so I can overlap it and weld it. And same with this side, I'm gonna cut some of this, just maybe like this much, so it can just sit on top of the other piece, and then that way I can it will sit flush and not be like sticking out. So let's get to that. Let me get right. So I know what I'm about to say is very contradicting to what I'm going to be doing. So when you're working on something like this, it's very dangerous, so you want to wear the correct PPE protection for you, because these discs, they can break away, they can break, and then they can hit your eye or something like that. So you want to wear gloves, and then you also want to wear some kind of a face shield. I'm not able to find my goggles right now, so that's why I'm just gonna go without them. But for you guys at home, please wear your some kind of a face shield and all your proper protective gear when working with a tool like this, because these discs can shatter and hit you in the face or eye, or cause damage. So let's see. too much. I just want it to like just sit on top of that piece, the other section on the car. And now time to cut this over there. Just mark it where it is. It's right there. So like about right there is where I'm gonna have to cut. There you go. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, where I just want it to lap over on the other side. So that's that. On this side, we're gonna have to same thing on this side. I'm gonna cut right here, then across, and then same on the other side. Let's keep going. I got the cuts done, so I cut it around here so this can sit flush on the panel on the car. Same thing on this side. I cut a little bit so it can sit flush on the car for my lap joints. So let's go. So like I said, I got the ready for my lap joints. I cut away some of this bracing off so it can sit flush on top of the body panel over there, and same thing right here. I cut the section off right here so it can sit on there. So this would go like that. So I have these Harbor Freight clamps. Move you guys a little bit back over. So I'm trying to mop this up right here to see. I don't have to cut the bottom out right here because it's touching. But I want to see on this side what's going on this side. So all this part right here is hitting on the knee part. So I'm going to start cutting right here and cut this part out so that can sit flush so I can start doing my test fits. So all this part right here is hitting on the knee part. So I'm going to start cutting right here and cut this part out so that can sit flush, so I can start doing my test fits. All that smoke that's coming out, that's like the body sealer they use, the factory body sealer. That's what that smoke is. Again, being really careful with this, you know. Let's see. Hopefully it fits a little better now. There's a tiny piece of metal that's getting hung up right here. I'm going to try to get rid of it with this. Sometimes that's all it is, just a little cut right here, a little cut over there, until you get it perfectly lined up. All that smoke that's coming out, that's like the body sealer they use, the factory body sealer. That's what that smoke is. There's a tiny piece of metal that's getting hung up right here. I'm going to try to get rid of it with this. Sometimes that's all it is, just a little cut right here, a little cut over there, until you get it perfectly lined up. Put it right there. Alright, so I cut off this piece and let's see if it fits now. Cut off this a little bit again. good enough for me, because it's pretty flush. I mean, I guess I could cut this a little bit. Cut this a little bit. We'll do it for YouTube. Alright, that's the, it doesn't get better than this. This is pretty good. It's lined up as good as it can be. Alright, so that's good. I'm going to use one of my clamps. Oh, I have a C-clamp. Where's my C-clamp? Alright, that's good. All this looks good. So looking at this and this, that's pretty good. Just needs to move out a little bit like that. I'm starting to bring the whole thing in and see. Yeah, there's a kink right here. So this should be like right here, like right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this lip so this sits flat on top of this, so that way, so this sits flat on top of that, and then we can get away with that. Alright, I am pretty happy with this. As you can see from this side, that it's butting right next to where, so this is the body line where I cut it on the part that I got from, and this, see, it's like it's almost there. So this is okay. This is as good as it's gonna get. I might screw this up a little bit when I weld it, but we have pretty good fitment. And then let me show you guys. Take this off over here. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, or what my thought process is, this is the radiator support, and that's the front crash bar. I'm trying to make sure this is parallel to that, as like, you know, as close to as I can get it. And then right here, as you can see, you know, this is pretty good. It's pretty. I just have to hammer this down and put a bead right here, weld it, and then we're good. I mean, If you didn't have a welder, you could cut it, like could overlap it a little bit bigger, and then just put a nut and bolt right here, and same right here, put a nut, same right here, put a nut and bolt, and then a few other places, put a nut and bolt, and as you know, as it's not like the frame rails or the crash bar or anything like that. Uh, I mean, and then as long as you're not expecting it to be like a full restoration job, it will more than likely would be sufficient for the purpose. With that said, I'm going to next grind this down right here, grind that down right there, and tack weld it. And the reason I'm just tack welding is we're gonna get a hood. Hopefully I can grab a hood tomorrow from the wrecking yard and after work, and we're gonna test fit the hood. If the hood fits okay, I mean, we're gonna start putting all the stuff right here, and if the hood fits okay, then I'll and then there's no adjustments needed, then I'll go ahead and weld put a really nice bead weld on each side, and then we'll call it a day. Then yeah, so that's the plan. So we'll keep plugging away at this project. So far so good. I'm pretty happy with the way this is coming along. So good, you know. That's level. Alright. Okay. Alright. Level. Oh, pretty good now. Almost there. Alright, that's good. This fixes everything. This is Fixer Upper 2000. For that, change to the bracelet. This is what I use. It's called a poly pad. Right here it says silicone carbide surface prep. It's like a hard. It's really hard. And then it's good for removing rust, or I mean, if you're going to remove rust from a large area, you can buy these. Are like $4, and I have had this for a while, and I used it on a lot of things. But it's good for just if you know, clean it up, show some, take some paint off, and show the metal for welding and stuff. Like this stuff is pretty good. I like it. I might have to use like a wire brush or something, or do this. Oh, it feels pretty good. We might have a little fire. We'll put it out. guys, so I'm gonna test my helmet. I haven't used it in a while with a cigarette lighter. All you do is this, and it should darken up pretty fast. Oh, it works! On that side. Alright, welcome to the second day, or third day I guess. So went shopping, got a hood, and some other goodies from the junkyard. Got a bumper, and got a grill. I might not be able to use this grill because the bumper already has a grill. This hood prop is for the Accord, so we'll put it there. And I got this hood latch. Got the whole thing from the bottom to the top so that way I can line it up. Alright. I think I'll probably be able to get this car ready. If not today, no more than like this weekend. So today's Wednesday. So I'm thinking so today's Wednesday, then by tomorrow's Thursday. So like tomorrow, if not, then Friday for sure. So that's the goal. The goal is to get this car ready by this weekend and put it up for sale. Hopefully it will be gone with the market right now. It's cars are selling super fast, especially a car like this that has low mileage and it's a very dependable car, very desirable car, and it's back to school right now. So I hope it'll get picked up right away. I do have a bottom price in my head, which if I get anything close to that, I'll let it go, because the name of the game is keep rolling and training these cars. So I got this whole piece, so let's see. It mounts right here. My only concern is this is broken, so I hope that the hood latch works. Otherwise, I would have to get a new cable, which is not a big deal. These cables can be a little bit difficult, a pain to replace. They're not hard to replace, they're just a pain to replace. Would you look at that? This hood latch just lined up perfectly. So this tells me that this is gonna work out. If there was a problem, we would see it now that things are not lining up. That's the reason I got this piece, this bar right here. Let me show you guys. Get you closer to it. So So this bolts onto the radiator support, and this bar, it goes and it bolts on right there at the bottom. So the reason I got this, I really don't need this bar, but I got it for alignment reasons in my head, that if this, with this bar, this piece and the bottom piece, if they align, everything bolts on, then everything is in alignment. So far so good. I have a good feeling that it's gonna work out since everything is lining up. So just wanted to give you guys a closer look. And also it has this mount right here, which is the mount for the grill. So let me just double check everything. Well, we are ready to test fit the hood. Might just leave it on there, who knows? But test fit, test fit. I did the quotations because why just leave it on there? If it fits, we're just gonna leave it on there. Making sure that I have the right hood. Not a perfect hood, but a color matching hood. There's some scratches right here. I'm trying to like get them somewhat fixed, but we'll see. Making sure there's nothing. Okay, alright. Probably you should have two people when you do this, but I don't have the luxury of that. So this is where, if you have a friend that owes you a favor, will come in handy. Fortunately, I don't have one right now. That side was easier because there was no fender. This side is going to be more difficult. Looks like it's lining up pretty good, so not bad, not bad. So let's plugging along. And it looks like it latched. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. Alright. Do I dare close this hood? I do dare. Okay. Will it open? Just not close it enough. Oh, that hit me in the eye. That's why you need eye protection. Oh, too far back that way. Show you guys what's going on. Got issues. So I don't know if you guys can see, this should be going in here where it's not. I know that piece came off, but still this should be aligned with this. It's way off. Like, even if I move it, it needs to be moved over. So what to do? What to do? Look at this lined up. This bolt lined up, that tells me a lot. And look, and this is lining up. So I know did something right. So this bolt's lining up, of course that's lining up. These should line up. The interesting one right here, this one lined up, and this is the new piece. As you can see, this is a black piece. This black piece, it goes all the way in here. So if this bolt is lining up, we're pretty good. So, and then look at there, this bolt's lining up too. So yeah, so that tells me that this side is good. There's something wrong with this hood. I might have to take it back. I feel like something is wrong with this hood. So, one tip, if you go to the junkyard to get parts, make sure you bring all the nuts and bolts that go with it, just in case. It never hurts to have extra. So I have a bunch of these. I mean, I had the other one too, but you know, like I said, it doesn't hurt to have extras. This is not it. Honestly, once this comes out of my cars, I usually don't put them back. It's not that I don't want to, I usually forget to. It's my books, it's not that important. But to the manufacturer, it matters. So we'll put it in there. The plan is to weld this up first, and then we'll try to. Another thing is keep a box of knickknacks, screws and bolts and things. Just like a container like this size is good enough. You don't need to be a hoarder. Keep like everything, but you know, I keep like an assortment of just in this container, and it comes in handy all the time. So right now I was looking for something similar like this. I found these, so one of these should work. A little worried about that. A little worried about that cable, but we'll see. It latches, so that's good. So looking pretty good. I mean, you know, everything is matching up, and let's put the lights on. I do have to get a light bulb because when I was welding it, one of the sparks got onto the bulbs and it blew up. It's fine, not a big deal. Okay, so it works. The hood works. I mean, as long as everything works, that is the goal here. As long as everything works, that is the goal here. The goal is, like I have said it multiple times, and I'll say it again. This is, if you're looking for a full restoration of a 2000 Camry or that, this video is not that. This is just so everything functions properly, no problems with, you know, driving the car. You know, the hood lines up, all the panels, there's no security issues. So that's the purpose of this build, to have like a reliable, decent looking car for somebody, not a full restoration. I mean, safety, is one of my priorities. So as long as I'm not cutting corners here, um, but as far as like, it's like not gonna be 100%. It's like so as long as it's functioning properly, that is my goal with these projects. So I hope you understand. Okay, so this was the bulb that broke. I'm gonna have to get this one. Which is a bummer. This is where we're at so far. The bumper lines up, the hood closes. The hood, I think I need to move it. There's too much gap right here. It's actually not that bad. I might just leave it. And then this side, this is the original light that was with the car. But other than that, everything lined up, the hood closed, and then the lights. So I have made a couple of mistakes, and those mistakes are, one is that I got the wrong light. That's the wrong light. The light I got from Pick and Pull was the wrong light, and then the other one was the grill. I'm still debating about the grill. I might cut it and put the other grill on, because this grill has like a little gap right there, and I think if I okay, the hood is closed, but there is a little gap right there. Give it a good detail, wash it, and then detail it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this car. One, I think it's gonna sell pretty fast. I might put some hubcaps on here. So it's got 15-inch tires, so I'm gonna see if I can grab some hubcaps from that guy. Other than that, I think we're looking pretty good on this car. It's ready to go out. I mean, so as far as you guys have told you guys, I paid $600 for this car. I think I said $800 last time, but no, I paid $600 for this car. I remember now, and I said it, like I said, it has 130,000 miles. It's a running, driving car. Once I get this light on and then put this grill on there, it should look pretty good, and then the interior is clean, so I don't have to spend that much time. Just quick vacuum, wipe down, and that it should be good to go. And then yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow when I get the the correct light for this car. Okay. So I got hood struts. Look at that. No more broomstick to open it. Everything looks good. I mean, I do have this tab. I should cut it, because then, the new owner might point out. Cleaned up the battery terminals. Looking good. I mean, like, if you open it, like this part, I know it's black, but it looks like it belongs there. It doesn't look out of place, and that's why I decided not to even paint it or anything and just leave it, because to a normal person, somebody that would buy a Toyota Camry, they would more than likely is not going to notice that this radiator support is a different color. They're more than likely going to think like, oh, it's supposed to be like that. So, I mean, I'm not trying to con anybody, but I'm just saying, as far as like aesthetics, they're not going to be noticing this. So this is probably the end of me fixing this car. There's not much. Wow, these hood struts are so good. I mean, I have to put all my effort into it to open it or close it. I mean, not open it. Hopefully, not opening it, but closing it. The hood struts were like, I think they were $18 on Amazon. They were, and then, what else? Yeah, So not bad, not bad. You know, little things like that. You know, somebody to be able to open the hood, have new hood struts, and the things that little things that I did that makes a big difference are like getting new hubcaps. Even though these are not Toyota hubcaps, but they are like, you know, you want to get not the fanciest one, the ones that are gonna like blend in with the car. So these are like the replicas, they call them. The just the generic cheapest hubcaps, but they like, you know, they kind of look like Toyotas, but like they call them replicas. And then another thing I did was I got a the in the trunk the mat was missing, the trunk mat and the trunk the little board, the cover thing was missing. So I went to the pick and pull and I got one of those and I put it in. It made a huge difference on the way if somebody popped the trunk and you just see like a tire versus now you see a mat with a carpet. Another thing I did was this the back over here, the headliner was sagging. I didn't want to take off the whole headliner and redo a headliner because that's not the point here. So I just got the spray glue. Let me show you guys what I got from O'Reilly or Kragen's or whatever auto parts stores. This one, multi-purpose adhesive. So I just sprayed that underneath, and it was quick setting, and it like you can see it's like it glued that back, so now they can see from the back. So you know, and I drove it around. AC works. Actually, I went to go smog the car. I jumped the gun on that because why I say that is I had the battery out and I forgot that my monitors are not going to be ready, so it didn't pass smog because of that. But you know, I have no doubt that this car will pass smog. It has current tags on it right now, so I know it passed smog and it drove fine. So when the smog shop opens up on Monday, I already paid for it and take it back when my monitors are ready. So I'm gonna drive this around this weekend, but it is on sale as well. So if it sells, it sells, and if it doesn't, then I'll go smog it, and then because it's already paid for, and the person will have it when they, you know, I'll offer them the receipt too. All right, guys. So the Camry is gone, and it was a good sale. I got about $3,500 for that car. So we got it for $600. We got $3,500, and I had about $4,000 saved up. So we were about $7,000 into our goal for the C8 Corvette. And the next we're going to be working on this 2002 Honda Accord. So back to, you know, finishing up the Camry and selling it. I'm pretty excited about that. That was a pretty good sale, and I'm hoping same thing for this Accord. And I also might be picking up another car in a couple of days, hopefully tomorrow, if not like Friday or Saturday. That one I'm also pretty excited to pick up. Another thing I wanted to say to somebody that's watching this video is if you have a allocation for the C8 Corvette and you don't want to buy it or something, I would be happy to take that. And you know, if you want to do that good deed for me, if you like my videos, or like, hey, you know, this guy deserves a new C8 Corvette, I'll be happy to accept that. I mean, of course, who wouldn't? But I just wanted to put that out there just in case. You never know. Maybe it's my lucky day. Maybe you're feeling generous or whatever whatever the reason is. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind taking over somebody's allocation that is this has it and like no longer wants to get the C8 Corvette or just want to do a good deed for me. Other than that, we're plugging along, doing pretty good. I hope you enjoyed the video, and the content was good for you, and then hopefully you're looking forward to me now working on this 2002 Honda Accord and get that running. This should be a simple one, just a timing belt change hopefully, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. If I, after changing the timing belt, it doesn't work, I might do a few more diagnostics, and then that's it. And then if it's something like if the engine is blown or there's no compression or anything like that, I haven't done a compression test on it, but I'm just guessing, or not guessing, or hoping that it's not that. But that's a separate video. I'll talk about it. And but anyways, if you like the content of the Camry, me rebuilding it and fixing it up and flipping it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I do actively reply to the comments. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you guys on this one.